Mize's admission came during the December trial of former Deputy Public Defender Zach Davina's successful wrongful termination lawsuit against the county.
Mr. Mize, he was, of course, under oath, under penalty of perjury, and he acknowledged that when he assigned and approved the official investigation report into Zach's complaints of discrimination and retaliation, that when he signed it, he knew it was false.
Davina's lawyer, Chris Ludmer, says that investigative report was the result of the Public Defender Office's HR probe into Davina's firing. The Superior Court jury sided with Davina in his case and awarded him $2.6 million in damages. The trial transcripts show Mize repeatedly acknowledged he knew that 4 of the 5 supervisors who sat on Davina's tenure review panel had made false statements. Panel members had known of a complaint Davina took to a colleague after appearing before the review panel, but they told the investigator they hadn't. According to the transcript, Ludmer then asked, "And you didn't do anything to correct them, did you?" Mize answered, "I missed it." Ludmer follows up with, "You missed something that directly bared on one of Mr. Davina's specific complaints of retaliation?" Mize responded, "I did." He also acknowledged reading the full investigative report before signing it. Mize did not respond to a request for comment. Neither did the 4 tenure review panel supervisors, Mignon Hiltz, Frank Barone, Sherry Stone, and Joe Super. Davina, who is gay, says a supervisor on the tenure review panel opened by asking him whether he was too flamboyant and animated and if that hurt his clients.
Their follow-up questions were very much like, "Oh, but are you sure you're being professional in court?" And it became very clear it wasn't a question of what is actually professional or what is actually right as a public defender, but why aren't you acting straight?
Right after the tenure review session ended, Davina complained to fellow Deputy Public Defender Jessica Enriquez that he felt discriminated against and harassed. Mize and the other supervisors labeled Davina's complaint a breach of confidentiality, according to court records. Mize acknowledged during the trial that the so-called breach had been discussed with those same panel members at a meeting on November 2nd, 2020, and they were angry that Davina disclosed what happened at his tenure review. But that's not what 4 of the 5 review panel members told the HR investigator. They said they never knew that Davina had complained to Enriquez about his treatment. Ludmer has harsh words for Mize.
Any senior public official doing something like that should immediately lose their job. The idea that the county would continue to pay our taxpayer dollars to keep someone in their job who's admitted to this kind of gross, unethical misconduct is shocking to me.
Ludmer urged the County Board of Supervisors to take strong action.
I hope that the Board of Supervisors will conduct an internal investigation, preferably by some outside law firm that is not tainted, and can hopefully make some findings and conclusions and recommendations on what should happen not only to Mr. Mize, but the entire senior leadership of that public defender's office.
KPBS reached out to the county administration and supervisors for comment. They said the matter will soon come to the board in closed session, and so it's inappropriate to comment at this time. Amita Sharma, KPBS News.
I have to say, when I mention names like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin, and so on, they all